sly one. Bang.
Oh, there is, yeah.
Don't turn around and look to the referee, Benko, and you can't do that, mate.
And I think the right call from the referee, just to let it simmer down.
From the back, seven whites at the back, still a ball.
Should really have been a penalty, Argentina.
Hand off now, hand
Well,
off
in a way,
now,
it could have been reversed, couldn't it, for the retaliation? But I know what you mean. Anyway, P-shot to Contepomi, and then Tiesi staying on his feet very well indeed. Nunes Pirsek popping up in midfield. Scored a try for Argentina against the Lions in that drawn game just before the 2005 tour, which was the Argentina's second string. To prove the point again,
we come over here.
the high-quality players that exist within Argentina. Why, oh why, they are not allowed into an international tournament outside the World Cup, heaven only knows.
Miles, we're just seeing with that replay yet again, Hodgson Allen, that 10-12 area is a problem. You could see that's the inside shoulder of Anthony Allen, and he's beaten on that line again. Second time Argentina in 15 minutes have found a hole there. England need to plug that gap very quickly.
Plenty of early possession. And Argentina would have been in front had Contepomi managed to land that second penalty. It was a difficult one, but it was nowhere near the post. Anthony Allen adjusting to the rigours of international rugby. Pat Sanderson, more like it. Sean Perry, good break from him, but given away to Longo. Goes for the little chip. It ricochets. Falls though for Pichot. And Ledesma in midfield. England trying to regroup. Argentina trying to find the numbers here. Nunes Pirsek. And Bolshaw won't have to play it.
Options.
England will be given the choice.
Well, that's why Pat Sanderson was picked. The dynamism off the base. Good scrum there. Inside ball is excellent. Lovely hands from Sanderson. And if this one goes to hand to Jamie Noon, there's a chance. Did Noon get a little bit flat on Perry? I think he did there. Support line has to be a little bit deeper.
Also say what that choice was. It was for the scrum on the point where the ball was kicked, or the 22. England go for the 22 dropout. Argentina having kicked the ball dead.
No, stay last. Bring us on.
And this one just goes over the try line. It doesn't go dead, so there'll be no choice here for Charlie Hodgson when he puts it down. The only choice is whether to think about some outrageous breakaway, but it was a non-option, and he goes for the dropout. Jamie Noon was thinking about the quick one, the quick 22. Hodgson restarts in a more conventional way. Longo. Guizemont.
Hey, leave your hands!
Nunes Pirsek. It slips through his fingers. Well, let's go down to the front line for the first time during the game, and it's Dowie.
Well, thanks, Miles. Yeah, England really need a better foundation and more control. We talked about it in the New Zealand game, really. Pat Sanderson's got to take control over there. That's a classic snag there by Pichot. And also, this is Lobe coming straight through. The guard men aren't doing the job, making Perry's life an absolute misery.
Yeah, I was talking to Rob Andrew before the game, and he was just talking about the little things England didn't get right, and New Zealand punished them. Instance in the first 20 there of Argentina doing likewise, and probably for the first quarter they've looked the more streetwise international team.
Sanderson. Anthony Allen. Makes a half break. Getting away from Contepomi. Sanderson again. The advantage was being played for a knock-on, and the game yet to get into any sort of rhythm from both sides' point of view. You will be disappointed with this first quarter, no doubt about that. Rob Andrew, I think his expression says it all.
But I think England will be very disappointed. I mean, the better team has been Argentina. They've only had 4 days together, so they'd have been worried about the first 20. They're into the game now. They've got a foothold on it. England just can't establish any foundation, and from that build pace into their game. And that, above all other things, is what they're trying to do. When they talk about developing, progressing, they're trying to put pace onto the game to find space. And if you don't play at pace, you can't do that.
Stay down, 7 blue.
Perry to Hodgson. Jamie Nunes deep, he's going with a kick. Hernandez looks for the counter, over the top of Saki, and takes his own kick. That is beautiful play. But Anthony Allen was there, he covered. But now it's been lost forward by Allen to Longo. And through goes Albacete. And England scramble back in defence here. Pichot sensed there was something on the short side. Ignacio Fernandez Lobby is there to pull it back in tight. There weren't quite the number of attackers that Pichot was hoping to find. But Argentina still on the attack. And they're going back to Hernandez for the drop goal. And he's wide with that. He's the man who started the attack, and it was quite brilliant, wasn't it?
England kick inaccurately, and Hernandez, the Stad fullback, such a clever runner. We said he's probably their most important and most incisive runner, and so it proved there. That's a lovely control on that kick. Forces Noon and Allen to turn, and you can see now it just steps up for him, and Allen does well just to track back as Hernandez is through, and whoa, that could have been another score for Argentina.
Again, it's Charlie Hodgson restarting from his 22. England locked inside their own half at the moment. Nunez Pirsek, Corrie. He's got it now, and he gives it to Perry. And that's a good long kick from Sean Perry. Not the best angle to work with, but he made the most of it. And he gets a round of applause for that kick.
Well, that'll encourage Sean Perry. He hasn't had the easiest start, but that's a superb spiral. 15 metres out, right foot, that's a fine kick. One of the reasons he's in over Peter Richards is the size of his kicking game. He gets great distance, and that was excellent. And England need a foothold in the Argentinian half, because Argentina have established some control.
Ledesma of Clermont-Auvergne, formerly of Narbonne and Castres, the Argentina hooker. So many of the Argentinian players based in France now. Pichot, one of them. Contepomi with Leinster of Ireland. And that takes it up to halfway, and it's a series of line-outs down this near side.
Very comfortable, aren't they, the visitors at the moment? They're controlling the tempo of the game, they're controlling most of the territory. Probably feel they deserve to be a few points in front.
Talk about how important this period is for England, but also for Argentina. I mean, with the squad they've managed to assemble over the last few years, there is a feeling that they could cause some genuine damage at the World Cup. They're in the group with France and Ireland. Somebody's going to have to go in that group, and it's going to be good to watch. Here's Dowie again.
Yeah, thanks, Miles. It's about the youngsters out there. This time Allen doing very well to get back for Hernandez, intercepting. Again, it's the crucial position in the body. He doesn't quite get it right. The support isn't there. Technically, that isn't good. The ball comes out, and Argentina just wave on. They've got to protect this ball. They've got to get their technique absolutely spot on.
He's learning so much, is Anthony Allen. He's always got L plates on, hasn't he, in international terms. One of those crash courses. Learned to drive in a week. New Zealand 1 week, Argentina the next.
Well, it's a fast learning curve, and it can be a brutal one at time, and Anthony Allen clearly is not finding this easy at the moment. And Argentina, they're pretty smart in their choice of tactics. They're really looking to get between Hodgson and Allen, and they've had some success. This is an interesting call as well, isn't it, Miles? That substitution, that changes a lot about Argentina's back play.
As Federico Todeschini has come on, the man who's quickly amassed 165 international points. He is a top kicker, and he's on for Tiesi, who's had to go off and wins his 12th cap. He's based in France too, Todeschini with Montpellier. George Shooter, the England hooker of Leicester.
Todeschini, of course, people with a decent memory will remember just how well he played for Argentina against the Lions in Cardiff before they went on tour. Really superb performance, and with Contepomi inside centre, that adds the ballast.
Cohen, and still England need to inject some life here. They've lost it forward. Whistler's gone from Kelvin Dika. Just on that injury, by the way, to TSC. It is exactly that. It's not a tactical change. TSC's gone off injured.
Once again, England breaching the gain line as they did on a number of occasions against the All Blacks, and then just not able to hold on to the ball. It's a good change of angle, a good surge from Cohen, and then he just loses it.
With forward advantage.
Now dropped by Pichot.